session is powered by Mrs. Lata Prasad. Today our topic is parts of speech. It's very easy. Parts of speech. But will commit always errors in it. What is parts of speech? Parts of a sentence. In what type of sentence? What type of speech? Let us go. Our ideas and feelings are exposed in the form of words. And these words are divided into various classes according to the work they do in a sentence. That division is called parts of speech. Now we understood. We have ideas and feelings exposed in the form of words. And those words are divided into various classes according to the work they have done in a sentence. So that division is called parts of speech. Okay? Okay, fine. Let us come to the topic. There are 8 parts of speech in English. They are noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, adjective, prepositions, conjunctions and interjection. There are 8 parts of speech. Let us go through deeply each one of them. We know that noun is a naming word. Pronoun, the words we are using instead of nouns. Verb is an action verb. Adjective, which modify the noun. Then adverb, which modify the verb. Preposition, it comes in between a noun or a pronoun. Conjunctions are joining words. Interjections are showing certain feelings. We know all these things. Let us go in detail. Okay? Okay? Let us go in depth. What is a noun? Noun is a word used as the name of a person, thing or a place. Or in short, we can say noun is a naming word. Noun is a naming word. Example, Venu and Ramu are brothers. Here, Venu and Ramu are nouns, we know that. And noun is used in the sentences in various places. We can use nouns. Where all the places we can use noun. Sometimes noun can be an object. Sometimes, a position. So many places we can use it. Let us go in depth. Subject of a verb. Venu walks. So here Venu works as a subject. Then object of a verb. Example, he helps Venu. Here Venu came as object. So noun can be used in various places. Sometimes can be a noun, sometimes can be a subject, sometimes can be an object. Okay? Okay? Let us go through. Third point. Object governed by the preposition. I went with Venu. So here, with is the preposition. I went with Venu. So here, the object governed by the preposition also can also use with. Object complement of the verb. They make Venu a captain. So here, the captain is the complement. Object complement. Then noun in opposition. Noun in opposition. They met Venu, the chairman of Global Communications. So here, they met Venu. Who is Venu here? The chairman of Global Communication. So that itself, the chairman of Global Communication is the noun in opposition. Once again, I will tell you. I went with Venu. So previously, Venu we took only as a noun. Again we took as subject. Again we took as object. Now we can, the third position, the object governed by the preposition. In that way also we can use. Then certain places Noun can be used as object complement of the verb. What is that? They make Venu a captain. Simply, they make Venu. Meaningless. Then, they make Venu a captain. That complement it is given to Venu. Then finally, noun in apposition. Noun in apposition. They met Venu. Who is Venu here? Simply, will anyone go and meet Venu? So, that particular Venu will have some speciality. So, who is Venu here? The chairman of Global Communication. So, that itself shows the chairman of Global Communication is the noun in apposition. Okay? Very interesting and it is very easy to learn and we can go ahead like this. Okay? Okay, second category. What's a pronoun? Pronouns are words which used instead of noun. Example, Venu is absent today because he is not feeling well. Here, Venu, noun, and instead of not repeating that, we have used he. He is the pronoun here. Sarvepalli Radhakrishna was once a great teacher and he became the President of India. He. So, in order to avoid the repetition of the nouns many times, Sweetie is a girl, Sweetie is a good girl, Sweetie studies well, Sweetie goes to school. So every time Sweetie, Sweetie, Sweetie we are using. So to avoid the repetition, we can say she. So that is pronoun. To be free and frank, that is pronoun. Instead of, I'm sorry, in order to avoid the repetition of nouns, hearing always many times the names, will get fed up. That's what, instead of that, we'll use he or she or it. That is nothing but pronoun. Okay? Okay. Next point. What is a verb? Verb is always action words. But verb is a word used to say something about a person, a place or a thing. Okay. Then verb is always an action word and it tells what the subject does. What the subject does in the sentence. Example, subject is represented in the form of a person. Sometimes the subject is represented in the form of a person. Example, Venu is a good boy. Here Venu is the subject. So subject is represented in the form of a person. That also can be work as a verb. Okay. Then let us go for next example. Okay. Okay, let us continue. Sometimes in the form of a place. For example, Kerala is a very nice place. Then other times in the form of a noun or a pronoun. Example, the camel eats leaves. Represent things. Venu is praised by all. That also represent things. They are robbers. It represent pronouns. I am eating. Represent another pronoun. And she is singing. That is also another pronoun. Now, the verb is very important. Why the verb is very important? Because without a verb, we cannot frame a sentence properly. For example, the hunter, the tiger. The hunter, the tiger. What's the meaning of the hunter, the tiger? We did not add here the verb. The hunter shot the tiger. The hunter shot the tiger. So, until and unless we put a verb in between, that sentence may not be useful, that may not be meaningful. So in every sentence, verbs are very important. Other than verbs, we cannot make a sentence proper. So the hunter, the tiger, that is wrong. This is wrong. The hunter shot the tiger, that is correct. Okay. So in various categories, the functioning of verbs I gave in depth. Go through, do exercise or practice at home and get thorough in that. Okay. Okay, let us continue. Adjective. What is an adjective? Adjectives are words which add something to the noun or a pronoun, or else can modify modifies the nouns. Modify the nouns. She is a cute girl. She is a girl, it's a noun. She is a cute girl. So this cute is giving additional quality to the girl. Additional quality. What type of a girl she is? Very cute. Okay. So cute is an adjective. It qualifies or it modifies or it describes the quality of the girl or the noun. Then adjective comes sometimes before the noun and sometimes after the noun. For example, an adjective comes before a noun or a pronoun. He is a gentleman. What type of a man he is? Gentle. He is very decent, dignified. So, gentle. Sometimes after the noun or pronoun, they went to the temple fair. So, it came after that. So, it's in short, we have to remember in our mind what's an adjective which modifies a noun or a pronoun, or describes a noun or pronoun, or qualifies the noun or a pronoun. Okay. Today, let us make a cease to this 4 points. Noun, pronoun, verb, adjective. Next class, another 4 will be discussing. Meanwhile, you have to do homework at home, thorough in that. Very easy, very easy. I just have a trace, have a glance, that's all. Okay. Go through and read well. Practice at home. Do more exercise and get more awareness of this. Okay. Okay. This is parts of speech commonly. It's basic of English. Everyone knows, but we may create errors in between. So just we are drilling it. That's all. So go through it. And don't forget to subscribe me. Okay. Have a nice day. Thank you.